Hello Plymouth, Luke Pollard here, your Member of Parliament. Today is the 3-year anniversary since the blaze at Grenfell Tower in London. It's worth taking a moment to remember all those people who lost their lives so needlessly, so tragically in the fire. What Grenfell exposed was a national scandal of combustible cladding on tower blocks, not just in London, but right across the country. I remember being in the House of Commons only a few days after I had been elected when it was announced that the 3 Mount Wise tower blocks in Plymouth also had combustible cladding in. I immediately left the Commons and headed back home to make clear my intention that cladding had to come down. And that's what is taking place behind us now. 3 years on, the work is ongoing. The virus has delayed cladding coming down just a bit, but the people are working behind us to get rid of that combustible cladding, to make sure that the tower blocks are safe for the people to live in and safe for the people around here as well.
The cladding first went on to the Mount Wise tower blocks over 20 years ago, and after the tragedy of what happened at Grenfell, it was clear that it needed to come down as soon as possible. As a result of a campaign by Luke Pollard MP, the Devonport Labour councillors, Plymouth Community Homes and the local community, the buildings are being reclad, and at last the residents of Liner, Tavy and Tamar House can feel safe in their own homes.
It took a year to persuade the government to fund this work, this essential work to save lives. By working with Devonport's 3 brilliant Labour councillors, the City Council, the local community, Plymouth Community Homes and other local groups, we collected names on a petition. I presented it in the House of Commons to make clear our desire that we needed this cladding replaced urgently and safely. After a year of campaigning, the government finally conceded that they would fund the work. It took many months more to get the work started. I want to pay tribute to all the people at Plymouth Community Homes, from John Clark, the CEO, to all the neighbourhood staff and those people that have been working on replacing the cladding. PCH already had a plan for installing sprinklers, and I was really fortunate and honoured to be asked to turn that sprinkler system on. That means that if there is a fire in any of the flats or stairway spaces in the 3 Mount Wise tower blocks, the sprinkler system will activate. We know that there are fires in tower blocks. We know that we need to keep people safe. That's why this work is essential. It's nearly done. It won't be much longer until the scaffolding comes down. That sheeting that you see billowing in the wind will be gone. The residents will have their views back. But the most important thing is that they will be safe. We can never have another Grenfell tragedy again. But the government has been too slow to implement recommendations, too slow to fund emergency work, too slow to realise that it doesn't matter whether you're in a socially rented property or a privately bought property. There should be no combustible cladding on any of our buildings anywhere in the United Kingdom. There's much work to do, but I want to say thank you to everyone who's joined with the campaign here in Devonport to get the 3 Mount Wise tower blocks made safe. Thank you. That work will continue until each and every one of the residents that lives in the tower blocks behind me can go to sleep safely at night, knowing that they won't be part of another Grenfell fire tragedy. Thanks very much, Plymouth. See you soon.